Okay, fine. Hello, I'm Alison Rumfitt. Hello, that's me. Yeah. And this... Sorry, I'm really awkward. Like, I have awkward arms. Can you all hear me? Is it like, this is the right... Okay, cool. This is a poem called Pincer. Pubes on the hallowed ground, planted into salted, scorched earth, leaning into the dominant narrative, open for interpretation or open for business. As yet, they said, it is open like her bent over puckered ass. It is open like the doorway to her garden. It is cold like the house is cold. We don't turn on the heating because we can't work out how to. We don't have water because we can't work out how to read the meter, or even if we could, we wouldn't know how to pay the bill. The house is cold, we have no water, we drink from the puddle in next door's garden. We eat things we found under chairs, hard, compacted balls of dirt. We set fire to furniture for fun. Are we having fun? Is this fun? Does this constitute fun? Take a girl home, your room is a mess, and there's no heating, no duvet cover, no sheet on the bed, piles of woodlice around the window, a graveyard, corpses for buried in the front garden, figured with a wooden cross, written with a black Sharpie, here lies. Yes, we're having fun. Lobsters and crabs are hiding in every shadow, nipping at your ankles if you want them to. It's like this. They're all symbols for masculinity. Jordan Peterson hides in every shadow. He's way past it now, but he still nips, snips, so on. Your husband takes the ribbon from around your throat, but your head stays there, so you have to stick with him, no matter what. In sickness and in sickness. Party behind gates. Don't act like it. Dancing in the living room. Nothing matters in obliqueness. Nothing matters. Adorned in a crown of toenails, she rests her hand on your head. Comes away with scratches. Maybe some sort of obscure infection. Boat made of fingernails on an ocean of pus. Fished to death. There was once something great and bizarre hidden at the bottom of it, but we destroyed her food sources. We trawled them. Levity, adorned with adoration, with adorno, adore, adorno, adjourn, adjective, comma, adjective, advil, aardvark, shell, eaten out from the inside by rare insects, addendum. Dancing in the living room, he says, you're a sexy little mad woman, which is it? I'm not sure, okay, not interested. He says, tonight's your lucky night whilst holding your chest, it hasn't felt the same since. They're looking at your neck, touching it, or your hair. They're staring right at you. He's dribbling everywhere. He's pissing and throwing up on the street. He tears your shirt open. He gets spit on your shirt. Your chest flashes like an accidental picture. You're a sexy fucking little thing, aren't you? And you're having fun. You're a sexy little patriot, aren't you? That was my impression of the Under the Skin soundtrack. It's like... And then... It's a really good soundtrack. Hallucination moths, rhizomatic makeout sesh, laying amongst sheets whilst he looks on. Squelch. Whilst he rubs our legs as one, or broken glass in your bedroom floor. We try to pick it up, but it keeps cutting our fingers off until all we have are these blood-eyed pads. We rub them together in approximation of holding hands. I think I broke your glass. I'm saying, I think the ladybirds would like us to leave. Back to it. Two people making out on my lap, and I'm thinking about this girl I know who died. Hi. I think I'm broken? Limbs all stuck to the angled ceiling, skinny fists like... Hi, I think I'm broken. This doesn't... It doesn't make sense, right? I mean, since when was society so obsessively constructed around fisting? I mean, hi, I think I'm broken. Like, everything's fisting these days. You can't move for fisting. There's fisting on the fucking underground. Fisting adverts. Try fisting today. Don't dawdle, dipshit. Hi, I think I might be broken. You can't turn on the TV for fisting. Doctor Who is fisting an alien in the TARDIS. And the alien is squelching and fizzling everywhere. And there's a big evil computer. Shall I not use this?
Yeah.
I'd shout loudly anyway. There's a big evil computer that has banned fisting, and Doctor Who is showing the joys of love, life, and unoppressive existence, and fisting. Hi. Hi, hello. Anyone? I think I'm like sort of broken. On the Great British Bake Off, they make a cake that has to be fisted. Paul puts his big manly fucker hand into it, roughly like the patriarchy. Theresa May fists the country so hard it bleeds. There is a semiotic argument about whether anal fisting is the same as vaginal fisting. Which of the two is more valid as an expression of fisting? Does vaginal fisting oppress anal fisting, given its gay history? Or does vaginal fisting oppress... does vaginal fisting, is that oppressed by anal fisting, given its lesbian history? Is fisting oppressed by not fisting? Now, is fisting dominant? Does it oppress not fisting? Hello? Oh my god, thank you. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to get through. So I think I might be sort of broken. I think I broke myself somewhere. Not sure when it happened. It's just like this now. I swear it didn't used to be. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me, please? Can you please help me? Can you help? Can you? Please, can you help me, please? I'll pay you. I don't have much, but I'll pay you. Can you help me, please? Can you help me, please? Because I think I might be broken, please. I think something's wrong, please. I don't know what's wrong. Can you do a troubleshoot or something? Can you look for misaligned circuits or something, please? Shit. Can you, please, can you help me? Please, can you help me? My mind is a white void, and I can only see as far as the next hour or so. It hurts so much. Please, hello? Is anyone there? Are you there? Are you still there? Are you still there? Hello? Thanks. Continuing, you can all hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Continuing in a similar vein, this is a poem that's a response to an essay by a guy called Leo Bassani. The essay's called Is the Rectum a Grave? And the poem is also called Is the Rectum a Grave? Is this penis also a grave? Is a semiotic cock a grave? Is this an endless phallic churchyard on which you throw down your day-long lasting flowers onto the brown and the green? And under the brown and the green, is there a genital heaven rotting away like so much ideological misery if licking someone's leather boots turns you on? Neither of you is making a statement subversive of macho masculinity. Parody is an artifice, an erotic lie, a turn-off, a light switch in an empty room. I want to lie down with you. Play acts like we are. Play being clever, subversive, starving artists in the middle of the New York AIDS crisis, because if we were there, we would be that. And I want to find a dead apartment with you and couple next to a burning pile of TV pilot submission scripts, not making rent and not glorifying not making rent, and not ever venturing outside. Instead, just sitting in here, building a clay sculpture of Jackson Pollock's bare naked body, then defiling it, then replicating our homo socialist wants and needs on its skin, tearing at it with hunger string teeth. Time is immeasurable. Clocks are entirely, or at least somewhat, fascist in construction, especially when melting. And so is the naked human body. So is a man's naked human chest. So are abs and nipples. One time, my friend and I visited the swimming pool, and in the changing room, I found myself surrounded by these naked chests. In that moment, I knew what modern fascism looked like. I shouldn't make jokes about that. You shouldn't write inspirational musicals about that, okay? People died. Don't you quite get that this isn't entirely theory? Is your little fucking body a fucking rectum splendidus bay, a guerrilla warfare raged upon a gay guy's inner thighs? Is your little body a grave, a mass grave, an impossibly large grave, more people than have ever been born buried inside my ovaries, the size of coal mine shafts? It becomes a much more disturbingly radical argument when the indictment against pornography is identified with an indictment against sex itself. However, I concede the penis is a grave, and so are my hips, and so are my lips. I twist the perverse meaning from the ground upwards, build a modern metropolis on a rioting undercurrent. It is not good geography to fashion the space around the people in it. It is not good city planning to cater to the needs of the many. It is far better to create a people who fit into your streets best, neatly and quite prettily actually. I don't design my own body around what various lovers want from it. I find consumers, lovers, who want the body I design. I construct narrative about how it was revolutionary way back when we were all dying of disease, and I'd shoot my son if he had AIDS, says Vicar. He would pull the trigger on the rest of his family. I'd shoot my son if I could, says Vicar, because I guess what's a dead son to a Christian if not another idol? Is her religious bracelet a grave? Is poetry a grave? Is theory a grave? A fetishistic, once radical musicals about fake people standing in for real dead people, just elaborate graves? Are we in a grave together here? Can we breathe through the rain of dirt? Are we? Is the... I don't care. I'm just going to lay back, shutting my eyes, and let you do what you want, ideologically, down there. Thanks. I'm going to do one more. I have some little homemade pamphlets there that I printed out yesterday. They're like pay what you want because I printed them out yesterday. But I described them to someone earlier as a like they might not look great because I made them myself, but they're like an ugly fruit, okay? That tastes really nice, like a lychee or something. Like you crack it open and then the inside is like, oh, this is nice. Even if it looks like they're like weird hairy balls. Yeah, this is my last poem. I don't really have a title for it yet. I keep sort of moving between different titles. But it's currently called Rusted Nails. And it's about a thing that happened to me when I was a kid. It sort of quite instantly announces what it's about. And it starts with a quote from John Donne that says, "Divorce me, untie or break that knot again. Take me to you, imprison me, for I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever chaste, except you ravish me." 4 boys tried to kill me when I was 9, or 4 boys tried to kill me when I was 11, or 4 boys tried to kill me when I was 8, or 5 boys tried to kill me when I was 10, or 5 boys tried to kill me when I was 9, or 5 boys tried to kill me when I was 6, or 4 boys tried to kill me when I was 6, or 3 boys tried to kill me when I was 12, or 5 boys tried to kill me when I was 11, or 5 boys tried to kill me when I was 5 boys tried to kill me, or 3 boys tried to kill me when I was 8, or 3 boys tried to kill me when I was 11, or 3 boys tried to kill me when I was 9, 9 boys tried to kill me when I was 4, 4 boys tried to kill me when I was 6, 6 boys tried to kill me when I was a baby tried to kill me when I was an adolescent tried to kill me when I was growing up, a grown-up tried to kill me when I was a tiny forester on the back of a disused school. A tiny forest around the back of a disused school tried to kill me when I was an elegy or an ode or some kind of poem that people don't really write much anymore for various reasons. An elegy tried to kill me yesterday. Yesterday tried to kill me 5 years ago. 5 years ago tried to kill me 5 years ago. 5 years ago tried to kill me 5 years ago. 5 years ago tried to kill me 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, and forest, and elegy, and endpoint stop. We said bad things, didn't we, God? We said we'd do bad things, didn't God? Say that we would, didn't we? Yes, said God. We said we'd do bad things, didn't we, boy? The boys are multiple and cannot be explained or contained within murmurations. Each touch her face in turn. There are boys and then there are boys. There is only one boy, yet there are an impossible number of boys. Upon contact with each other, they replicate subtly. They expand the horizons of boy to include more things. They begin to include sparrows as boys. They include the worms as boys. Worms are not normally boys. We must not include all worms as boys. We must not implicate all worms in the boys' actions, for they were the actions of boys and not the actions of worms. In touching her face, they cannot replicate the boy or expand themselves into her. This is troubling because of what it implies. This was fragment 1. Fragment 2 is, the boys tell me, I saw your mum showing her cunt in her bedroom window. The day is burning hot, it is responsible in part, yet it has not, as far as the poet's knowledge goes, ever taken responsibility. They slip something to the boy's mouth or ear. It matters, it's hard, round, like a small pebble, but entirely clear. No, not entirely. Clouded. You can't see through it. Stop trying to see through it. It won't work. It won't work. So stop trying to make it work, because it won't. God said we couldn't trust numbers, we couldn't trust the weaving, we couldn't trust rusted things for days afterwards. That's what God said. It won't work. Rusted nail on a plank of wood suspended from a tree tried to kill me when I was God. And if you want to become signified as boy, you must show yourself as boy, right? You get it, okay, you have to tell them what we saw your mum do, but that doesn't sound like her. You must, and I don't say this lightly, you must stand beneath this rusted nail. It's a symbol of trust, it's a phallic symbol, it's a symbol of trust. We can't trust God. God promised summer, this is not summer. But God promised sparrows, is this not summer? But the events detailed in this poem took place during summer. But this poem is not written during summer. It is not a summer poem, it is summer, and yet, for some reason, the little forest where things happen is muddy. There are worms in the mud. They have been implicated as boys. The worms in particular, should you die, they will eat you away at your hymen, like boys will. There are sparrows in the bushes whispering cheap trinkets. Sparrows, other small birds. They almost look like they aren't there. The way they move, it doesn't work. It's all wrong. God has to put a stop to it. You will decompose in the mud. I can't stop it. God can, God will not. You will rust away like old cars. Your arteries will snap like old violin strings. It will be hours until they find you. By then your little boy corpse will have already rotted a month's worth. There will be worms in your cunt. There will be worms in your eyelashes. Earwig lovers chasing each other, entering and exiting each nostril. Your clothes will be mud. It will be summer, but you will be mud. It will be the hottest day of the year, and you will become mud. There will be flies. Oh, there will be flies. The nail in your skull is just that. Maybe it won't kill you. Maybe you'd end up in hospital. Maybe life isn't that different. Or, I think I wet myself, or, the bed again, the pool and the sleeping bag, the spit on my plate tried to kill me when I was a decaying leaf. A decaying leaf tried to kill me when I was writing a personal poem. Personal poems tried to kill me when I was running from home. Running from home tried to kill me when I was maybe an adult now and still trying to understand what existence could possibly begin to entail, how fucking colossal existence is, how it goes on, and it isn't one thing after thing after thing after thing. It's thing after possible thing and or thing then in spite of thing because of thing. This thing is this thing, and then if that feels cheap or like her focus is too wide, it is only because it has to be. If existence is too wide, then we have to release sparrows into its depths to hear them stop singing when there is no air or poisoned air or air that doesn't want us. It doesn't. It will not. It doesn't. And or thank you.